What if the very things you use to connect are actually disconnecting you from yourself? What if all this knowledge you're chasing is just a fancy way to avoid your feelings? And what if seeking approval from others is the ultimate betrayal of who you really are? These aren't just idle thoughts. They're the silent architects of a quiet crisis, something creeping into every corner of your life, often unnoticed until everything starts to feel off. We're drowning in information, a digital flood promising enlightenment, but often just delivering distraction. We're more connected than ever, yet so many of you tell me you feel profoundly alone. This gap, this space between feeling connected and being truly intimate, between all this data and real understanding, is where a deep psychological detachment takes root. It's time to face it, to understand it, and to find your way back to a more real, more integrated you. Get ready for a hard reset on your inner world, an honest look at the self-deception holding you back, and a path to reclaim the core of who you are. We're talking about the will to meaning. This isn't some airy-fairy concept. It's the core insight from Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the unimaginable horrors of the Holocaust. Through his suffering, he realized what truly drives us isn't pleasure or power, but a deep, relentless search for meaning. It's not about some grand destiny. It's about finding significance in the everyday, in your responsibilities, in your relationships, even in your pain. And in a world drowning in shallow distractions, this idea isn't just relevant, it's a lifeline. Algorithms are designed to snag your attention, not foster deep thought. We're hit with curated realities that make us feel inadequate, driving a desperate, insatiable need for external validation. This constant outward focus, this digital echo chamber, is actively killing your inner meaning, leaving a void that only fleeting distractions can fill, leaving you feeling adrift. Frankl's will to meaning is about understanding that life's struggles aren't just roadblocks, they're opportunities, chances to find your deepest values, to affirm your humanity. Meaning isn't something you invent, it's something you discover, often when life hits you hardest. He said you find it in three ways: by creating something, by experiencing something, love being the ultimate example, and crucially, by the attitude you choose towards unavoidable suffering. That last part is huge. It means even when life is unbearable, you still have the freedom to choose your response, to find meaning in enduring. The hidden truth? This will isn't passive, it's an active force. Many miss this, waiting for meaning to appear or thinking it depends on perfect circumstances. But it's an internal shift, a fundamental choice about how you engage with life. Imagine your life as navigating a vast, foggy ocean without a compass. That's the modern world, a constant fog of noise, opinions, and trends pulling you in every direction, often away from your true north. That fog is the digital age. Our internal compass is your innate ability to find your way back to what truly matters, your values, your purpose, your authentic self. It doesn't point to a single destination, but to the direction of authenticity. The fog makes it hard to hear its quiet pull. You might mistake a loud opinion for your true course, or a fleeting trend for your guiding star. Your challenge is to learn to trust that quiet hum, to calibrate your compass against the storms of external influence, to navigate by listening to the wisdom within, not the loudest voices without. This compass needs care. It can be dulled by neglect, warped by societal pressure, or distorted by your own anxieties. To truly navigate, you must quiet the external noise and tune into its steady direction. The real problem is letting the outside world steer your internal compass. This leaves you feeling utterly disconnected from your own life. It's rooted in a belief called an external locus of control. It's the idea that your life's outcomes are dictated by forces outside you, luck, fate, other people, not by your own choices and efforts. In a world that constantly shoves curated perfection in your face, it's easy to just check out, to abdicate your agency. You see others seemingly sailing through life, and you start to believe your own struggles are just bad luck. This breeds helplessness, a passive resignation that crushes your motivation and your ability to find meaning. If you believe you have no control, why bother trying? Why search for purpose if the universe seems indifferent? This belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, trapping you in a cycle of inaction and dissatisfaction.
Think about Sarah, a graphic designer. She's a natural people pleaser, her self-worth tied to what others think. A critical parent taught her to fear failure, to constantly prove herself. Now she takes on projects she hates, agrees to impossible deadlines, and struggles to voice her creative vision, all to avoid conflict. She scrolls through social media, seeing peers celebrated, reinforcing her own belief that her work isn't good enough. She rarely pitches her own ideas, convinced they're flawed and destined for rejection. The cost for Sarah? Her passion is slowly dying. She feels like a cog, her creativity stifled, her potential untapped. She's living a life dictated by the perceived expectations of others, increasingly disconnected from the joy her work could bring. Do you ever find yourself waiting for permission, postponing your own creative impulses until someone else gives you the green light? Then there's Mark, a software engineer. He feels this immense pressure to meet society's definition of success. His parents, successful professionals, taught him a high-paying job was the ultimate measure of a man. He followed the script: good grades, lucrative degree, prestigious company. Yet, despite this outward success, Mark feels this profound emptiness. His evenings are spent scrolling, seeking distraction from the gnawing sense that something is missing. He compares his life to others online, feeling inadequate. He says, "I should be happy. I have everything I'm supposed to want." But the words feel hollow. He's tried hobbies, but gives up quickly if he doesn't see immediate results, or if they don't seem impressive. The devastating consequence for Mark? A growing sense of being adrift, disconnected from his own desires. He's living a life designed by external blueprints, sacrificing his authentic self for perceived approval, risking a full-blown existential crisis as the hollowness becomes undeniable. Have you ever pursued a path that looked right on paper, but left you feeling strangely hollow inside? And then there's Elena, a retired teacher. Her life was defined by her roles: mother, teacher. Now, with her children grown and her career behind her, she feels lost. Her identity was so tied to those roles, she struggles to see herself outside them. She's consumed by worry for her adult children, offering unsolicited advice, feeling responsible for their happiness, a pattern that started decades ago. Her days are filled with obligations, keeping her busy, but not truly engaged. She often wonders, what is my purpose now? What am I supposed to do? She feels this deep inertia, this lack of agency in shaping her own present and future. The consequence for Elena? A quiet despair, a feeling of irrelevance, a missed opportunity to discover new parts of herself. Her inability to find new meaning makes her vulnerable to purposelessness, a slow fading of her inner vitality. Are you or someone you know struggling to redefine purpose after a big life transition, feeling adrift without the anchors of past roles? The collective cost of this external focus, the surrender of your internal compass and finding your will to meaning, is immense. It's the price of unlived potential, stifled creativity, fractured relationships, and a pervasive sense of unease. It's the quiet erosion of your spirit, the dimming of your inner light, leaving you feeling like a ghost in your own life, haunted by the what-ifs. You pay with your joy, your vitality, your capacity for real connection, all sacrificed on the altar of external validation and the illusion of control from forces beyond your grasp.
The path forward to reclaiming your internal compass and finding your will to meaning isn't easy. It takes courage, introspection, a willingness to face uncomfortable truths. True freedom here isn't the absence of external pressures, but the internal sovereignty to choose your response, to orient yourself by your deepest values, no matter what's happening outside. True strength isn't the absence of vulnerability, but the courage to embrace it, learn from it, and find meaning even in your deepest struggles. Let's break this down into 3 practical principles to guide you.
First, cultivating inner attunement. What? This is about consciously shifting your focus from the endless external noise to your own inner world. It's learning to hear the quiet whispers of your intuition, your values, your true desires. Why? The modern world is built to hijack your attention, to pull you outward. Inner attunement is the antidote. It reconnects you to your authentic self, the source of your unique meaning. Without it, you remain a puppet to external validation and algorithmic control. How? 1. Daily stillness. Commit to just 5 to 10 minutes each day. Sit quietly. No distractions. The goal? To create space for your inner voice. 2. Journaling for insight. Regularly write down your thoughts, feelings. Ask yourself, what truly energizes me? What drains me? What values are non-negotiable? What am I grateful for? 3. Mindful engagement. Whatever you're doing, be fully present. Notice your sensations, your emotions, your thoughts, without judgment. Challenges. You will face resistance. Your mind will race. You'll crave the instant hit of distraction. The habit of external focus is deeply ingrained. Breaking it requires constant effort and self-compassion. Second, embracing existential responsibility. What? This means accepting that you are the author of your life's meaning. While external factors exist, your response to them, the meaning you assign, is entirely within your power. Why? An external locus of control breeds helplessness. Embracing responsibility reclaims your agency. It shifts you from a passive victim to an active creator, allowing you to find meaning even in the most brutal circumstances. How? 1. Identify your can'ts. List the things you believe you can't do due to external factors. Then, for each, ask, what tiny step could I take, even within these limits, to move towards it? 2. Reframe challenges. When adversity strikes, ask, what can I learn here? How can this clarify my values? 3. Radical acceptance. For things you truly cannot change, practice accepting them. Not liking them, but acknowledging their reality. Then focus your energy on what you can control, your attitude and your response. Challenges. This is perhaps the hardest. It means confronting the comforting illusion of blaming others. You'll want to revert to old patterns. This responsibility can feel heavy, leading to guilt or overwhelm. Third, purposeful action and contribution. What? This is about translating your inner discoveries into outward action. Actions aligned with your values, contributing to something larger than yourself. It's about living your meaning, not just thinking about it. Why? Meaning isn't just internal. It's often realized through engagement with the world. Purposeful action validates your values, builds self-efficacy, and delivers the profound satisfaction of contributing to something that matters. How? 1. Find your meaningful work. This isn't just about a career. It could be a hobby, volunteering, how you support your family, or even how you approach daily tasks with intention. What activities, however small, feel aligned with your deepest values? 2. Set meaning-driven goals. Forget goals based on external validation. Set goals based on internal values. Find meaningful work. Set meaning-driven goals. 3. Practice generative contribution. Look for opportunities to use your unique talents to benefit others or a cause you believe in. This could be as simple as offering genuine support to a friend, sharing your knowledge, or creating something that brings joy. Challenges. Fear of failure will surface. The temptation to compare your contributions to others is strong. It requires stepping outside your comfort zone, risking vulnerability. The immediate impact of your actions might not be clear, demanding faith and perseverance. The difficulty you experience practicing these principles isn't a sign of failure. It's a testament to your growth. Every moment of resistance, every struggle to stay present, every time you choose responsibility over blame, that's a muscle being strengthened. This discomfort is the friction of transformation, the signal that you are moving beyond your old patterns towards a more authentic, more meaningful existence. The ultimate message. Ultimately, your life's meaning isn't a destination to be found, but a path to be forged. It's a continuous creation born from your conscious choices and your courageous engagement with life itself. You stand at a crossroads, armed with a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped your inner world and the tools to reclaim your agency. The choice is stark. Keep drifting, guided by the fleeting currents of external validation, or consciously chart your course, guided by the unwavering compass of your own inner truth. What hidden meaning lies dormant within your current struggles, waiting for you to acknowledge it?